Imagine finding the perfect piece of land high up in the mountains. You already see where the living room windows sit to catch the sunset. But for a lot of people, that dream quickly turns into a maze of delays, heavy machinery, and massive headaches. This data shows exactly what goes wrong with traditional building methods. Homeowners regularly face unexpected budget overruns of 25%, and disorganized projects often drag out for an extra 4 to 6 months. The problem usually starts right at the beginning. It happens when a beautiful house is designed on paper, before anyone truly looks at the rugged, uneven dirt it's going to sit on. To avoid that stress, you need a highly specific roadmap. You have to plan for the mountain before you draw the house. We do that by following 3 concrete steps. Building a home in a flat neighborhood is a lot like assembling a puzzle on a smooth, predictable dining table. But in the mountains, that table is tilted, rocky, and completely uneven. Buying a property with a gorgeous view means you are also inheriting harsh physical variables, steep slopes, unpredictable soil density, and heavy snowfalls. This presentation slide highlights what happens when a builder fails to respect these natural forces. Without proper engineering for the high altitude and rugged terrain, you end up with severe foundation failures, poor water drainage, and expensive structural repairs. That is why our mandatory first step is something called terrain engineering. Think of this as getting to know the land on a microscopic level. We test the soil, measure the exact angles of the slope, and map out exactly how much earth needs to move so the ground is perfectly prepared to hold a house. By learning exactly what the land can and cannot handle, we create a reliable base. Only after that is completed can the actual home design safely begin. This text outlines a common trap in custom building. There is often a massive disconnect between an ambitious architectural drawing and the harsh reality of complex mountain soils. Normally, you hire an architect first and a builder later. When the builder finally looks at those plans, they might realize the home can't safely hold up the winter snow, forcing you to pay for massive, time-consuming redesigns. We fix this by putting the structural engineers and the architectural designers on the exact same team from day one. Instead of fighting each other, the artistic vision and the scientific math lock neatly together. The engineers solve the gravity and weather problems, while the architects make sure you keep your sweeping roof lines and giant windows. Because everything is solved together, you know your dream home is actually physically buildable. Better yet, you know exactly what it will cost before a single shovel touches the dirt. This split-screen visual demonstrates the final step before construction starts. We build your entire house inside a software program first, creating a digital twin. This technology lets us simulate the entire process, mapping out exactly where materials go and spotting any structural clashes in the virtual model. Fixing a misplaced beam on a computer screen takes 2 clicks and costs $0. Finding that same mistake halfway up a snowy mountain can cost thousands of dollars and pause the project for weeks. Running this digital practice run completely removes the guesswork. When the crew finally shows up to the site, they aren't figuring things out on the fly. They are executing a perfectly tested recipe. All of that careful planning pays off when you see the final result. You get a stunning, high-performance home that rests safely exactly where it belongs. These metrics prove the real-world results of this approach. Homes built with this method consistently achieve a 20% gain in energy efficiency, save tens of thousands of dollars by avoiding mistakes, and finish 15% faster than standard mountain projects. When you plan the site and engineer the structure at the exact same time, you are actively protecting your investment from day one. You don't have to accept the stress and delays of traditional construction. We are ready to help you build your mountain legacy with true precision. Reach out to us today to get started.